welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Oh my god, Bappy, I'm digging the robe. Oliveira can't. Oliveira, is he wearing anything underneath that? Oh my, Oliveira, calm down, Bappy, calm down, Jesus. As we are getting into our final best of 3 here of the group, and spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have Oliveira, the Protoss. And in the bottom right, we have Zoun, the Korean-bred Protoss as well. Let's go. We're here for the PvP. Let's go. Free in the chat. Predictions open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck in the chat. Sorry, I was just a little bit distracted by Oliveira's chest. Oh my god. He's pulling a live VIP. I dig it. Aye, aye, aye. But here we go. We're diving into our PvP. Again, Oliveira, he has been playing a lot of Protoss here during this group and has decided to end it with Protoss as well. There is a little bit less on the line for Oliveira. We were just discussing in the chat, of course, Oliveira, he is confirmed not to make it out of the group stage, but Zoun can still make it out himself, of course, depending on the scoreline, depending on if he wins, and whether he wins 2-0 or 2-1 as well. That will impact his overall rankings compared to Spirit. Oh boy. So here we go. We are jumping in. And so far we have our initial 2-gate opener out of Zoun. I believe Oliveira going for something more greedy here. It's going to be a max packs opener instead. Wait, no, 2-gate. Okay, we're good. 2-gate opener all around. It is a very late second gateway for Oliveira. That is why I had assumed that he was intentionally delaying the second gateway in favor of a Nexus, but no, it's just a delayed gateway. Delayed gateway by Oliveira. Now, again, as we said yesterday, I don't really know how to gauge Oliveira's Protoss. I've never really seen him compete too much as Protoss, so I don't really know what level he's at. I mean, enough to be confident to compete as Protoss, and he didn't look too bad yesterday, but did lose his matches, of course. And yeah, I am concerned just because Zoun is known for his PvP. This is arguably Zoun's best and strongest matchup. Like, this is what he's known for. This is what he does best, is PvP. So I am concerned for Oliveira. At the same time, though, if Oliveira wins, I'm going to be that much more impressed. That is true. That is true. I see someone stating in the chat that apparently the admin told Rotterdam that if Zoun wins, Clem is out. I don't know how accurate that statement is, because when I saw that statement made in the chat, I checked the Wikipedia, and it does state on the Wikipedia page that the ways that tiebreakers or the ways that priorities are made in the group are map difference first, and then number of map wins after that. And I believe Clem, even if Zoun wins this series 2-0, Clem still has a better scoreline than Spirit. So I don't see a world where Spirit is able to outperform Clem in the group. Unless there's some other like internal rankings that are otherwise not displayed on the Wikipedia. That is possible. That definitely is possible, that maybe they prioritize or they give more weight to one value more than another. That is true. Some tournaments do that, where they there are some tournaments that don't actually take into account, for example, just like score differential. There are some tournaments that prioritize that over map score or vice versa. There's some tournaments that don't actually implement like head-to-head. So yeah, curious. I'm definitely curious. Regardless, we are going to be opening up. We do have our initial 3-stalker aggression here across the map, poking in, poking up the ramp. So to poke in. For now, Oliveira, he does deflect. He does hold. Behind this, Twilight Council is on the way for both players, working towards Blink. Blink is going to be slightly faster for Zoun. In general, Zoun's opener does feel slightly more efficient here when it comes to working into his tech and getting into his own 2-base saturation, his own 2-base opener. Oliveira did get a slightly faster expansion, and we'll see if he can make use of it. For now, it's scouting into the main. Does scout the main, does confirm the tech of choice. Adept shades in, but I believe there are stalkers in position, and Zoun, he does defend. But yeah, there are some tournaments that have their own different like rule sets into like what they weigh higher than other factors when it comes to the group stage. So again, it's possible that like that we just don't know, or at least I just don't know exactly what is weighted more than something else. So I guess we'll find out. I guess after this series, I guess we'll eventually get confirmation. But now though, Zoun diving into the main. Does blink in. And we'll get a couple of probe kills. Not bad. Even going to be... Oh, getting delayed. Not quite. Just barely not. Blink does complete. Nice pickups nonetheless. 4 probe kills. Likewise, Zoun does get out. We do see Oliveira with the chase though. Again, thankfully, Blink did complete. Will punish. Stalkers are picked off, but Zoun does enjoy himself a nice worker lead. Behind this, both players expanding. Oliveira slightly later. Zoun building up Immortals back at home. And Oliveira with that War Prism tells us that Oliveira wants to be active, he wants to be aggressive, he wants to move out. Does want to move out across the map. Zoun is settling in. But now both players calming things down. I mean, I guess this gives us an opportunity to talk about the map itself, to talk about, of course, King's Cove, a very large map of the map pool, very defendable on 3 bases. We spoke about this before, but the 4th base is kind of the big contention here on a King's Cove, is how exposed the 4th base is, how difficult it can be to defend. On 3 bases, though, again, it's much more fortifiable, so we don't really see either player really push in towards the 3rd. We're just building up on 3 bases, and eventually we'll be active. But now we're just slowing things down. Oliveira for Protoss, yeah. Oliveira, he was playing Protoss yesterday. He was inspired by Clem. You know, Clem, he's a trendsetter. He's leading the way for Terran players out there. Terran players, they've seen the light. They've seen the power of Protoss. Ah, it's crazy. No, no. See, people, they were expecting, they were looking at like Hero or Max Packs to be the Protoss hope. No, 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 no. Clem, he is the Protoss hope. Ah. He's the prophet that was promised all this time. Not like this. So now both players are taking their 4th bases. And both players should soon be active here. Prism has arrived for Zoun. Getting to his own Chargel Archon composition. Oliveira has yet to begin his own Chargel production himself. Has yet to commit. Zoun is the first to move out. And we'll see if Zoun can punish this 4th. Here we go. Warping in 7 Zealots at a time. And where there's Archons, without them, this is going to be a tough hold here for Oliveira. But now being forced back. Additional Archons on the way. Zoun is going to commit, chasing down Stalkers. Getting on top of the expansion. Oliveira trying to bring out as well. Immortals lacking a little bit behind. We need those Zealot reinforcements. And now they're coming in, a little bit delayed. Oliveira tending us around, and with the help of those Immortals, he's going to be able to shut down the Archons. Archons are falling, and Zoun, he might not have enough here. Yeah, none of Zealots to defend. It's getting close though. Immortals are going down. With reinforcements, Oliveira, he barely holds on. Whew. Oliveira, he barely holds. Get a very messy fight. Very messy. But Oliveira, he will save the base. Zoun pushing forward though. Doesn't want to let up. Oliveira trying to saturate that 4th. Again, the Archon are really adding too much in the back line. Immortal is going to be targeted down, and now it's only Stalkers for Oliveira, and he's up against two Immortals. Oliveira, he's being broken. Looks like Zoun, he's finally done it. He's broken through. Was not the cleanest of trades, but breaks through nonetheless. Breaks through nonetheless here. GG gets called. Zoun overwhelms, and Zoun takes game number 1. GG. Zoun does take the first game. And with that, Zoun is 1 game away from taking the series and from making it into the playoffs. Oh boy, one more game is all that Zoun needs. Meanwhile, game 2 is going to be on Amygdala. We'll see if Oliveira can bounce back. Checking the vetoes, for the most part they were pretty standard. Ley Lines was vetoed by Oliveira, which is interesting. Getting to some of these larger maps instead. I would imagine Oliveira wants to get into the mid game once again, but we'll see. We'll see if either player is bold enough to open up aggressively and go for a proxy. Which is difficult to pull up on Amygdala. Oh boy. Here we go. I thought Clem picked us for PvT. For all races now, I think Oliveira's just having fun. I think, as we mentioned, because Oliveira, he cannot make it out of the group, I think he's just enjoying himself. For this PvP. Just unfortunately, the math is not working out for him. Unfortunately. The math, not for Oliveira. Here we go. And again, if we get to the H match, that is going to be an Ultra Love as well. I'm curious if either player is going to be opening up a little bit more greedily here, especially on Amygdala on the long rushes by ground. We could see some max attempted openers with faster expansions, but I don't think that's necessarily how Oliveira plays out this matchup. Again, that's the thing. Like, Oliveira's the big question mark here for PvP. We're gonna find out together. As sporting in the bottom left-hand corner, we have for Weibo Gaming, Oliveira, and in the top right, we have his opponents. We have Zoun, the South Korean Protoss. Here we go. And again, in general, last game was a pretty passive start into the mid game. We didn't really see any aggression until the 4th bases were being taken, which is what we expect on King's Cove. Here on Amygdala, it's a similar story. I say similar because the rush distance by ground is quite long on Amygdala, just because of these rocks. The rocks, they do make things a little bit longer than they otherwise would seem. Once they get knocked down, the rush distance becomes a lot shorter, but that's in a longer game state. So we may just see another more passive start into a 3-base economy. Hello, Oliveira. What's going on? And this is what I was curious about. I was curious if Oliveira was willing to spice things up, and we have our initial 2-gate opener, but Oliveira, he is set up for a proxy gateway. Now, based on the location, it looks like a proxy Stargate. It doesn't look like a 1-base all-in, as the pylon should soon be thrown down. And again, this location is close by air, so it's primed for a Stargate for an Oracle to bust into the main base mineral line. Assuming that Oliveira throws down the pylon. But so far, it looks like he is not. He is keeping the probe on patrol. And there it is. Okay, very cheeky. So what just happened here? Oliveira threw down his 2nd pylon where it should be, where it should be placed, and he goes for a delayed proxy 3rd pylon. Now, because of this, the proxy here is going to be delayed. Technically, this is an inefficient proxy here by Oliveira, but because it's inefficient, it is hidden. As Zoun, he scouted, he saw that there was no missing pylon. Oh my god, it's a one base all-in. Okay, so it's going to be a delayed one base all-in by Oliveira, but the hope here is that Zoun expands, and Zoun, again, he gets caught with his pants down, ideally. But Zoun, he opens up Robo. Zoun, he may have seen the second pylon, but he has not seen the third pylon. And upon not seeing the third pylon, he feels that something is wrong. He No shot, he scouts! Oh my god, he scouts, he finds the pylon, he's gonna shut it down. Ay, not like this. Not like this. And with that, Oliveira, I mean, the proxy was already delayed. You can see him smiling on cameras. It was already delayed to begin with, and now even more so. No. Not like this. As the Robo is depowered, Zoun backs off. And even though Oliveira is going to be able to repower this Robo, what's important is that even though the Robo is going to be repowered, and even though Oliveira is still going to commit to the all-in, if you look at the Robo timing of Zoun, his Robo is already done, which means his immortal production is going to be faster. Likewise, diving on the Stalker, Guardian Shield is a factor. It does confirm the Robo is repowered, Immortal's on the way, but the Stalkers are being chased down. Oliveira, he will reinforce. Zoun, he has not begun his own immortal production, he's a little bit supply blocked. Yeah, 2 pylons on the way. That is a brutal supply block for Zoun. That should not have happened. Oliveira can still pull this off. He can still do this. We'll catch 1 Stalker. 1 more shot. Up. Oh my god, so close. 1 more shot, Bappy. The Stalker barely survives. Zoun, he breaks free from his supply block. But that did delay his own immortal production. And the first immortal has arrived for Oliveira. So again, Oliveira, he can still pull this off. It's still possible. Immortal now arrives for Zoun. Prisms are on the way. First Stalker falls. Zoun trying to collapse in. Will take down the Immortal. But there are so many Stalkers and Oliveira, he overwhelms. He does catch the army. Prism has arrived. The pickup micro is there. Oh, the control. But Zoun still forces Oliveira back. Still a very tense situation here for Zoun. Now he has a War Prism. They both did trade out their own Immortals. Zoun forcing his way down the ramp. Takes down one of the Stalkers. Oh. So quite nice control. Zoun being forced back. He has to respect the army. He has to respect the concave. Oh my god. As Oliveira does take a supply lead. Going for the gateway. Immortal has arrived. Yeah, with the help of this Immortal, Zoun breaks out. He should be able to. Dishing out a lot of damage. Oliveira getting his own Immortal. Is in production. Oh! A bigger micro. We're taking a lot of hits. The gateway does go down. That will limit Warpins. But Zoun, he's now up to 2 Immortals. Up against the 1 of Oliveira. That's a Thread and a Shade. So threatens, plenty of sentries, plenty of force fields. Oliveira, he cannot push up this ramp. Zoun can push down. Oh, gets a Stalker. Oh my god, the Prism gets so low. Jesus. Be careful, Oliveira, be careful. Now once again trying to break out. Base out the shots. Observer has arrived. Oliveira, he does have a choice here. I was going to say that, I mean, because it's 1 base versus 1 base, technically 1 player could try to expand. Oliveira could attempt to, but for now, he's just continuing to reinforce. He's still completely committed, completely all in. And Zoun, he breaks out. We're going to depower that Robo. And Oliveira, he commits. Nice force shield on the ramp. Does force his way up the ramp though, and again, there's those two immortals that are here to defend. Zoun's not quite ready for this. He's racing back home. Oliveira forcing his way in, at least trying to. But as the force fields run out, Zoun makes it back home. Zoun defends. He does defend, and I believe Zoun did depower that robo. So no more immortal production for Oliveira. Stargate is on the way instead. But alas, Oliveira needs more time. God, that's a lot of adepts. Mainly adepts for Oliveira. Zoun keeping up as well. Now with that Stargate, we should be working towards Phoenixes. Phoenixes, they can help shut down the War Prism. They can, of course, crowd control and lift up those Immortals. Speaking of, there we go. The first Phoenixes on the way. So Oliveira going for the mineral line. Dropping into the main. Bold move. Second Phoenix is in production. Oliveira running out of resources. I mean, I would imagine so was Zoun. Still very tense. Zoun once again, he gets across the map. There are Phoenixes back at him to defend though. Ready for the prism. Does dive in. Again, Phoenixes, they force a recall. Oliveira defends. Now he's moving out. Now moving out, snipes the observer. I mean, on the one hand, if they did fight out in the open, I think I want to favor Oliveira's army, but pushing up this ramp is just so difficult. Even with the help of Phoenixes, it's not going to be easy. The prism, War Prism is exposed. Going for the mineral line. Probe's going to be going down. Nicely done. We're pulling Zoun apart. Confirm which tournament organizes. Clem is out if Zoun wins. Wikipedia is wrong. Okay, there we go. We have confirmation. Uh-oh. We have confirmation. We'll be going over it after this. As Zoun is breaking out. He commits. Does commit down the ramp. Nice force field. The sentries, they're zoned away. Better CranKy for Oliveira lifts up one of the Immortals. Immortal gets lifted. Oliveira taking the better trade. You can see Zoun, half his army isn't even fighting. And while Oliveira, he will take it. He will still out of control. GG gets called, and Oliveira ties up the series 1-1. GG. GG, well played. Zoun, he ran out of patience. He ran out of patience towards the end, tried to make out. We had some brutal force fields there on the ramp. But with that, as we mentioned, Zoun, half his army wasn't even fighting. He has stalkers and sentries trapped in the main base. They could not engage, and with that, Oliveira ties it up. Let's go. We're going to the ace match. We're going all the way to game 3. And can Oliveira save Clem? Can he save it? Let's go. Just catching up. Updated him out, but just map difference, then head-to-head. Okay, so you're saying that map difference over map score? Hold on, I'll just refresh the computer page. Then we can find out together. Overall map difference. Oh, okay. Interesting. I see. So map score is below head to head? No shot. Interesting. All right, so we have confirmation. So we assumed that it was Clem already confirmed through, but actually technically it's Spirits. Okay. Let's go. So if Oliveira wins this series, then Clem will make it through. If Zoun wins this series, Zoun makes it through over Clem. From our new understanding. And here we go. We're getting into the Ace match. It all ends here. It all ends on Ultra Love, and in the top right-hand corner, we have the Chinese Protoss player. It is Oliveira. In the bottom left, we have Zoun, the Korean Protoss. Oh boy, here we go. And we'll see what our plan is coming into Ultra Love. Now, one of the big factors, of course, of Ultra Love is how defendable it is on 2 and 3 bases. Because of that, it is very common to see a low gate expand here on the low ground at the natural base instead. We can see, though, Zoun and Oliveira, they avoid that entirely. And it makes sense based on what happened in that last game as well. Both players are not taking any chances. We should be seeing 2 gate openers all around. We'll see if either player does skip that second gateway and go for the Cybercore instead into a Nexus. Our eyes are on our players. There it is, 2 gate opener out of Oliveira, 2 gate opener out of Zoun. Again, despite how common it is to open up economically here on Ultra Love, both players, they avoid it. They do avoid it entirely. I do think this is wise for Zoun. I think Zoun, it does behoove him to play safe against Oliveira. And from Oliveira, I'm sure he was planning to one base all in if Zoun had gone for the low ground expansion. So far, Zoun is keeping up with Oliveira. So far, so good. This time, Oliveira does not have a probe out on the map. Not yet. As far as I can see. Only mirror matchup with this group. It is. You're not wrong. The only one. The Terran Brotherhood playing Protoss for solidarity. Ah. They're trying to be accepted into the Protoss Council. It's happening. They're infiltrating. Ah, no. As there we go, it is going to be a Stargate opener out of Zoun. And Oliveira opening up double sentry behind this. Double adept into double sentry into a faster Nexus, so Oliveira, he will have the better economy. And the pressure is going to be on Zoun to get some economic damage. Oh. As the initial adept is going to be chased down. Nicely done. Adept falls. And now Zoun can expand. At least he can attempt to. And now Zoun still contained to one base. He's going to be opening up Oracle. Into a Nexus. And again, the pressure is going to be on Zoun to get some economic damage, because straight up, he is going to be behind the worker count. Just because of how delayed the expansion is compared to the base of Oliveira. So there's a lot of pressure here on this one Oracle, and on the potential second Oracle as well. Down he pokes in, takes some shots to the face. The first Oracle does rally across the map, and Oliveira with the hallucination confirms. Does confirm the Stargate, does confirm the Oracle, is aware. You can see Oliveira getting in position, splitting up his army. As we can see, it's only going to be the singular Oracle. There's no second. One probe goes down. One worker does fall. Oracle gets zoned away. So far, a good defense here by Oliveira. And there it is. It's going to be a delayed second Oracle out of Zoun. Now, the power of the second Oracle is that even if there's a shield battery in position, 2 Oracles, they one-shot probes. They one-shot workers. So Zoun could pull Oliveira apart. On top of that, Oliveira did follow up the tech, not with the Twilight Council, with a Robo instead. Oliveira, he scouts, he confirms not just a second, there's a third Oracle? Or was that the first? Okay, those are equal. Second Oracle still in the way. For a moment, I was like, 3? He's crazy. Just gonna be 2. But Oliveira is aware. He's aware. Again, did follow up with a Robo into an early Immortal production. Still no Twilight Council, still no Blink. From the side of Oliveira, I mean. And he's already moving out. He's committed. And can he break the natural? I mean, back at home, okay, so there's the stasis here on top of the ramp. Probe's going to be going down, and Oliveira's all in. Oliveira, he is all in at this point. 6 probe kills, aye. And one way or another, the game is about to end. Does Oliveira, does he notice? Up! Base out the stasis. Stasis goes off. Nice force fields here out of Zoun. 19 probe, oh my, he's losing everything! Every probe is falling, no more reinforcements, aye. And time is on Zoun's side. We do see Oliveira, he's pushing through. The force field, oh my god, the force fields! Locks down the natural. Does lock it down, the probes are falling. And you can see Zoun, he's preparing in the main. He's just giving up on the natural. Boys, they can come in from behind. Ooh, sentry goes down, nice pickup. But Oliveira, he's up in army supply. But he can't afford any reinforcements. Oliveira, he has no money. Imagine if he had like a 1 base economy behind this. Imagine if he could reinforce. That could be game. But there's a second Stargate. Stasis trap. Second stasis trap on top of the ramp. Oliveira trying to force his way in. Shield battery is done. Boys, they come in from behind. Yeah, the boys are being pulled. Oliveira being forced back. Again, good control so far by Oliveira. Takes out one of the Oracles. Does take one down. What about the stasis? Oh my god. Oh, he spots it. Takes down the stasis trap. Oliveira's pushing in. And Oliveira's still barely up in army supply. There goes the dive. Takes down the War Prism. Takes down the Immortal as well. Massive pickups. And Zoun, has he done it? Has he held? Down to 3 Stalkers. And it looks like Zoun barely has enough. Yeah, he does it. He has it. GG gets caught. Good luck. Go champion as Zoun. He will take the series. GG. Zoun will advance on over Clem. GG, well played. But honestly, that was a very close game. And I'll be honest, if Oliveira didn't lose his workers, if Oliveira did not lose his mineral line back at home, if Oliveira could even warp in like 2, 3, 4 extra units, that most likely would have been game. Like, that was a very close defense out of Zoun. Very, very close. GG, well played. Zoun, he will take the series 2-1. Zoun will advance on into the playoffs. And I believe, if the math is correct, Clem will not. I believe we're going to find out soon. We're going to be seeing that scoreline here ahead of us. But GG, well played. Again, Clem, he played well in this group. Clem, he was able to take down both Oliveira and take down Zoun. But alas, those matches did go to the ace match. They did go all the way to game 3. And because of that, Clem was losing extra games, losing extra maps. And as a result, I believe that means he will not be able to make it through. Oh my god. Yeah, GG. Instead, it's going to be Zoun in first and Spirit in second. Again, the weighting of certain factors are a little bit different in this group stage, in this format. Typically, traditionally, it would be Clem over Spirit, just because Clem had 1 more games than Spirit did, and they have the same scoreline. But that is not the case here, not in this tournament. Not in this tournament. So yeah, with that, GG, well played. And what a group stage. What a group stage. I believe they're going to take some time to actually seed the playoff brackets. I don't think they're going to do that today. but most likely in the next couple of days. So keep an eye out on social medias, keep an eye out on yeah, again, on social medias here for what comes next, as I'm sure the Wikipedia page will soon be updated with the overall top 8. With the top 8 bracket here. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. Best of luck. When it comes to the players making it through, we have several in Australia out of Group A. We have several in Australia. We have some NA representation. Group B, we have Rainer and Max. Group C, we have Hero and Gumiho. And Group D, it's going to be Zoun and Spirit. There were some big upsets here in the group stage. If you recall, the first big one was Maru. Maru did not make it through Group C. Maru was unable to advance on. Likewise, we saw Clem barely didn't make it out of this group either as well. Barely not. So no Maru, no Clem, but instead we do have some other race representation. Spirit was playing very well here, of course, in the group stage. Likewise, Gumiho is the reigning Home Story Cup champion, and Gumiho is also going to be representing that Terran race in the playoff brackets. Of course, we have plenty of Zerg and plenty of Protoss as well coming into this. Oh boy, oh boy. So we'll just wait for the eventual group to be finalized here before us on the feed, on the clean feed. We'll get there. And if you are unsatiated tonight, if you want some more StarCraft, we have another broadcast in 1 hour. I might just leave the stream on. I might just leave it online here, just because we have another cast in like 45 minutes. We do need some time to set up all the overlays and to set up all the matches themselves. For those that are curious, in 45 or so minutes, we're going to be live with the OSC 12 Championship, the Challenger Bracket D, the final qualifier for the OSC Championship. It is going to be a qualifier bracket. 3 players will make it through, and so far, who is signed up for this event? We have Spirit. Spirit is signed up. He just, of course, competed here in this tournament. He's going to be playing in the qualifier as well. We have Mio Micah. We have GG Machine. We have Art. We have Arrow Fire. We got UED Soldier, Mana Iba as well. Dolan is going to be there, and many others. So do look forward to that. Again, I'm a little bit drained of energy, so I'm gonna need a moment to get some water, and as well just again re-energize, getting back into our back-to-back broadcast of our second cast of the day. There you go. Oh boy, we'll get there. We will get there. Likewise tomorrow. Actually, you know what? Do we have the technology? Bam. There you go. This is last week's schedule, but you know, similar enough. It's fine. Of course, tomorrow is going to be the Wardy TV Monday. Wardy TV Monday is going to be tomorrow. So if you're not going to be here for the OSC Championship, then we have you covered for the Wardy TV Monday. Likewise, on Tuesday we have the Pigasaur Monday, and we have other events over the course of the week as well. Let me just double check. So we got Wardy TV Monday, Pigasaur Monday, alongside the return of the Pondcast. We have Leo League Cup as well. We have a Homestory Cup group stage, and oh my god, okay, we just got it. We just got the confirmed bracket. There it is. We have our top 4. We have our placements here. Zoun number 1, Spirit number 2, Clem, and then Oliveira. Crazy. Oh, there it is. GG, well played. So we have our finalized groups. I'm curious if they are going to show us anything else. Oh, there we go. These are the finalized group stage as well. Group A, B, C, and D. We have our 8 players. And are they're not going to show us the bracket. No shot. I don't think they are. But regardless, that's our top 8. And again, we'll keep you guys informed. Oh, they did it! They're crazy! They seeded the bracket! Okay, what do we have? We have Hero versus Astray in a PvP, Rainer versus Spirit, Zoun versus Max, and Cyril versus Gumiho. Yo, I'm looking forward to Cyril versus Gumiho. Gumiho, of course, he is the reigning Home Story Cup champion, but Gumiho, he won that event, taking down players like Clem, taking down players like Maru, but Gumiho, his weakest matchup is TVZ, and he did avoid both Rainer and Cyril, so I'm excited to see him against Cyril in the first round. Let's go! Likewise, we have plenty of PvPs, and we have Rainer versus Spirit, a bit of a rematch there. I mean, Raider versus Spirits in the EPT European playoffs is living rent-free in my mind from like a couple of years ago. And I look forward to that rematch as well, as these are all best of fives. Best of five, Poppy. Best of five. Let's go. And again, we're going to be going over this over the course of the next month. Over the course of the next month. So plenty of StarCraft, plenty of content here on the CranKy Ducklings. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it, and we're going to be heading off for the time being. Again, we're going to be back in less than an hour with some more StarCraft, with the OSC qualifier, with the challenger bracket. See you soon. See you soon. So I'm just waiting for this ad to finish.
But they can't, and so many are picked up. A big clump here from Carey. Tries to split everything up.
Giant force of Fadelings rolling in and clearing the hell. That's massive. Clump!
Mario is once again. Raider has done it.
Cyril did it all, and he is a well-deserving champion.